Welcome back to Tea and Truths, the only table where spice and sugar don't always mix. Now today we're having a very, very, very controversial topic, and it's a brewing war between generations. Now the Gen Z women say no kids, no regrets, child-free by choice. And if pregnancy happens, back to sender. And the millennials are saying that this is causing a moral drift. Now, is it rebellion or defiance? Let's see. Now, ladies, where do you stand with abortion? Let us start first there. Eve?
I feel like for me, always, I do not advocate for abortion. Unless bana.
No.
It's a no. But a child is a gift from God, and He brings the child irrespective of the circumstances. It is at that time that the gift came. So for me, I do not advocate for that.
Okay. Martha?
Even anasema hakuna cha no, I'll say your body, your choice. I mean, if you're not ready, then don't go ahead and carry that pregnancy like the whole time. Like, yeah.
Sharon? What
I'm
is
against
your
it.
opinion? Oh,
I'm
wow.
against it.
Straight up no.
Straight up no.
Well, I'm going to share mine. Mine is, I am for abortion. And mainly because, like Martha said, your body, your choice. And if you're not ready, why would you have something that's going to maybe mentally work wonders and not in a positive way to you? Now, usually most of the time when people have abortions, especially the Gen Z, it's mainly because of economical instability. They don't have the money. Most Gen Zs don't have jobs. So you have a child, you cannot finance this child's life. You do not have the funds to raise this child the whole way. Wewe mwenyewe hata ujiwezi. Lakini sasa mwingine amekuja. Does your opinion still change?
No. I'm like, thank you so much for mentioning Gen Z, because Gen Z, I'm assuming, they're still growing. It's the younger generation. I feel like, and most people that I have met who have had abortion at an earlier age, it gets to a point where they start regretting it. Like, yes, at that point, it seems and sounds like the best option. Like, this is how I'm going to deal with this situation because of all those factors that you've mentioned, and even many other factors, But just later on, like, are you sure that 10 years down the line, you're not going to sit and be like, man, I lost a part of me, I just made the wrong decision right there. That's why I'm like, as early as the moment you have that pregnancy, it's difficult, it's crazy, it's hazy, but ngana tu nayo. Juu si pia wewe mwenyewe acha nisiseme hiyo point gongwa mawe.
You see when unasema like 10 years down the line, kama you still have the same nini. That is why it is important to sit down with yourself, get your facts right, reason
Before you make that decision.
Yes. And now when you're going for maybe carrying the pregnancy to term, ama kuirudisha kwa nani, you sure this is what I want to do. Okay, but please let's stop forcing people kupata watoto. You see this thing they say ati mtoto anakuja na sahani yake. I'm a mother and I can tell you they do not come with those plates. Please, they don't. So get your facts right.
Akikuja, God will provide. Atakuja na sahani yake. I'm not against that. I'm not against that. But why mbona ujipate kwa position? Because definitely if you do not want kids and you're sexually active, why not? Na unajua definitely right now I'm not able to provide for this baby financially. No, I'm also a mom. The same thing nasema financially, and babies are very expensive. They are very expensive. Unajua vizuri, I cannot be able to provide. Yet you're having sex unprotected. Hata kuna kitu unafanya wewe uko tu unajua
itahata.
So if at all unajua uko ready, definitely nasema hakuna manualize vitu unajua, but wewe mwenyewe as a person, jiambie, okay, with this one, unajua maybe you're married ama whatever, ama you're dating, but I'm sexually active. So nini naweza tumia ndio nisipate hiki kitu. Just to avoid the whole, unajua, drama ya am I ready, am I not ready, because at the end of the day ni mtoto, that's a baby.
Yeah. But you see hizi vitu tunatumianga hakuna kitu iko 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you short. Hakuna. So unaweza kuwa in the first place ulikuwa umeka hii kitu ama there's something you're using to unajua
to
pregnancy. Alafu iki happen sasa you gonna say like yes nilikuwa nimejizuia but because ziko tuendelee.
Iki happen hivyo hiyo sasa nao tena
sasa inakatanga.
Yeah, hiyo ndio utakutana you decide, but I'm just saying I don't know, but
we also have medical reasons why people wanna you know sasa because wewe utaki abortion tukienda but then do you know kwa hosi there are even things, for example there is a term they use called threatened abortion. Threatened abortion, it's not like you're trying to get to terminate.
It's risking someone.
Ni ball imedecide tunatoka leo. Unajua? Ama uende tu hosi uambiwe you know what tukiangalia hii 1 2 3 utasema mimi sitakangi.
No, you see that's different. That's medical.
But that's you can't be halfway. You have to be
it's either you
because abortion is not abortion up to half. It's abortion fully.
Yeah.
So you can't say no and then ukwe 50-50. It's either no or yes.
But
yes,
you see,
yes.
the situation that she's given, it's a matter of life or death.
Yeah.
As in, it's either you live or you're gone.
Kuna watu pia
at that
wakipata
specific
ball out
moment,
here, it's a matter of life and death.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If it's a matter
about medical anything, it's about mahali wako kwa life at that particular time.
Not health-wise.
Yeah, kuna watu hata wakipata watoto wameshao, you know. But hatutaki kuangalia from that perspective because
hapana
do not have that sex. Usikue you don't have sex then kama wewe kuna kitu okay, hiyo unasema ya zinaitwa za pornox. Hizo inaingia by mistake hiyo, maybe you ulikuwa unatumia some family planning, hiyo ni sawa, but what I'm saying is ukijuko sexually active just to avoid this drama. Unajua pia si tutapata hiyo ball ati through kukunywa kuja hapo kukunywa maji by mistake una get iko mahali, but by now you're active and you know the consequences.
What about that girl mwenye ame grow up akiona kwa society tukishinda tukiambiwa watoto wamerizwa na single mothers this and that, and then amepata hii ball, alikuwa anafikiria yule mse wako na yeye ni mse anaweza depend on, and then you're going to tell this guy I'm pregnant, anaanza stories zake za nini. You still want this girl to go ahead because you're saying be ready, and it's not only about being ready financially, even mentally, psychologically, all these things. So this lady at this point is not ready mentally.
Even worse situations.
So what kind of a mother is she going to be to this child?
Also even a lot of us, let's be real, some of us have been raised by single parents. Most of the generation, I don't know about millennials, I think, and also Gen Zs, people have deadbeat dads, people who are not there, walitoka tu. So for people to gain this opportunity or even this opinion, it's coming from a place of, I came from a single parent home. And it's because huyu alikata responsibility. I've seen what my parent has gone through. I do not want to take myself through that, especially because I've told my partner na ameniruka. But so I want to terminate it. I'd rather not go through what she's gone through and be set.
But what assurance do you have that the next time you get pregnant by even someone you have, you know, you guys mwenye mshawana, that she's going to stick around for good? There is no assurance really.
Kwani kuna limitation. You hata hiyo time she can still go ahead.
So let me get this straight. So what will happen in a situation where, I mean, a situation like that one where the daddy leaves, you know, he could leave any time, including 8 months into pregnancy, like, or even passes on, like dies, you know, shit happens. Or if he dies and you're already 7 months into this pregnancy, what will you do?
Abortion, because abortion only works when you're
now that is killing.
Yeah, that's killing.
So you're going to kill. So you're going to kill the baby.
No, you're talking about abortion.
So what's that?
So what's that?
So
not is killing.
No, let me ask.
That is killing now.
Abortion is also killing.
Yes.
Yeah, but now this is the problem. Abortion iko na time frame yake. You can't do it past the 3 months that you've been given.
Yeah. So let me get.
No. This is a living thing. Already kwanza hata itaku affect wewe.
So let me get this straight.
The baby is supposed to be how many weeks?
15 weeks.
That's a baby with a heartbeat.
And
it's still a living thing.
So
yeah.
So it's still killing. It's just the name that's changing. Does it matter? Does it matter? Me, I want you guys to answer me. What will you do when that man walks off?
We've said that is killing and you're not going to kill.
No. My question is, are you going to terminate it at that point?
But
are you going to do something to do away with it? Or no, allow me to finish. Allow me to finish. So how will you handle that situation when he leaves and it's already 7 months into the pregnancy, or even after the baby comes? No, tell me, how are you going to handle it? The baby is here.
It's almost 7 months. Meaning you have already made up your mind that you are keeping this
but
baby.
It's because he was there. It's because he was there. Na akikata 7 months too. I mean, the reason as to why you kept it,
that will be so unfortunate. Actually, it's too unfortunate, and you're like, you know,
then after akikata 2 weeks into pregnancy, it's just unfortunate.
No, it's not.
It's just unfortunate.
At that point, this lady, wacha tuache kuekelea wasichana mizigo out here. Because sijui of societal expectations, sijui what. Let's stop kubebesha wasichana mizigo. Please, I'm saying, if this is not what you want, I'm not saying this ati sasa ndio ni advocate for go sleep around, get pregnant, go do this. You found yourself in this. It's between the rock and the hard place. Please, fanya hesabu yako. Let the society not tell you sijui. If you're not ready, please, and do it the right way also. Okay?
What's the right way? Right way ni gani?
Usifanye na kitu yenye itafanya maybe your life ikuwe at risk or something like that.
Because a lot of people are cutting shortcuts and you're not going through the right medical procedures. You end up back.
Yeah. So what about
back street kufanyiwa hiyo maneno?
Because we've seen women go through abortions na baadaye unapata later in marriage mwenye anafikira ko ready unapata what they did. Yeah, hiyo choice will make when you thought you were not ready. Unapata inaku affect kwa marriage
because maybe you did it the wrong way. Haukwenda kwa a good facility.
Perfect medical procedure. Because there's no way a licensed doctor umeenda ati tuseme hospitali kubwa mzuri yes wakakufanyia vitu mbaya na wakanyamaza, because at this point it's no longer about whether or not the abortion was the problem. It's more of this doctor did not, alikuwa na negligence yake. But ukienda back street kufanyiwa vitu cheap, that person yeye hana juu at the end of the day ulikuwa unajua unaenda wapi. That is not a licensed doctor to perform that kind of abortion.
I feel like, well, don't get us wrong. We're not saying I mean, by the end of the day, it's your body. It's your choice.
We are not judging.
Yes, and you do your own calculations, as Martha has said. That goes for you. But I wouldn't stand here and be like, yes, that's the solution to the problem at the moment. Because at that point, due to lack of a better word, the pregnancy is a problem. The baby is a problem at that specific point. And the future is very unclear. And, all that, the chemicals and emotional, everything is going on and you don't know what to do, you don't know where to look. Irrespective of the situation, we even have worse situations, something like rape, leave alone until you're not ready. Something as worse as rape. And every time you are very sure, even without doubting, that anytime you look at this child, you will remember that incident. In short, you're bringing your own demise into this world. Because anytime you look at them, even at that specific moment, I wouldn't stand and tell anyone to go and, advise that's the solution to that. No, because you don't know tomorrow. You do not know tomorrow. You do not know how many kids you're meant to have. Again. Yes.
So
you do
what
not know.
Are we telling girls? That it is okay to bring up a child kama hayuko sawa?
What I'm saying is...
I'm saying rape case.
Have you... amerepiwa na anaenda... Baby, that's very unfortunate. Na ameenda hosi. Why are they being given PEPs and the P2s? Why?
Because anything could...
Otherwise, wangeambiwa, what the unfortunate thing here was you getting raped.
Yes.
But the child is innocent, so you go ahead and carry the pregnancy.
Yes.
But that is not what happened.
But that's the problem.
Why is that a different case? But when this girl, who does not want to give birth to this child, mbona yake see a different case? She does not want to have that child.
Yeah, both of them have one thing in common. Awataki.
Yeah, we can't have a case. Do it. This one can.
No.
And this one cannot do it. Let's be fair.
Because at this point, if she says carry a rape child, let's call it a rape child, right?
Yes.
This is basically carrying your trauma
Yes.
with you everywhere you go.
Yes.
Why would you want someone who's already been traumatized to carry the same thing that
maybe
and
carry
actually
rejection
and honor the person that did the act?
You're raped, and then the baby comes. But what are you going to tell this baby?
Who's your
Someone
dad?
forced himself on me, ndo ukazaliwa.
You don't have to share
So at that
that
point-
information at
But
that
now
point.
atauliza,
Later when this child is mature enough to process such kind of information. You also pima as a parent, even right now, leave alone ati how this child came to be. There are other kind of information that unapimanga unaona enyewe bado mtoto wangu siwezi mwambia this and that. You pima. So even that kind of information, no matter how painful it is,
Apply
you
that-
you pima and tell them at the right time. But si lazima pia hata umwambie.
Apply that
Si lazima.
opinion to a 12-year-old.
Why are you telling the child at 12-year-old?
A 12-year-old is also an abused child, right?
Yes.
Apply that to that person. Because when we say no to abortion, we are also involving a large spectrum of women and girls.
Yes, yes.
So we also need to consider, if we're saying no or yes, who are we also accepting? Story is square, is iwa involved, like katai.
Wait,
so
you mean-
a 12-year-old is raped.
Oh, okay.
Gets pregnant.
12-year-old
right?
girl.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gets pregnant. You tell that girl, hapana uwezi toa hii mimba.
First of all, abortion at 12-year-old, I feel like getting pregnant at 12 years old is already too early. But even abortion at 12 years old,
But this
it's
girl
not
was
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And is it not a
I'd still.
surgical-
Why? And
No.
I feel like
No.
if we allow this girl to go ahead and carry the pregnancy, we are thinking more about the unborn child. We are not even thinking about this girl mwenye ako tu hapa already. Why? How are we protecting her? How are we making sure she's okay mentally? Anaenda through procedures. Gana usiniambia ati huyu msichana aende through
Therapy.
counseling ama when
Yes.
ako pregnant. And that is why tulisema, that is why mkienda hosi, mtu anapatiwangwa the PTOs and
Yes.
the
Pep.
prevent the exposure, maybe HIV and all. So manze, acheni watu wafanye what they have to do.
What they want to do is fine, but I still will know.
Like we said,
No.
back to said.
No.
So, I have also,
However, isikue sasa
Actually,
ni
katabia.
every time
You
unaenda
know-
back to sender.
Hiyo ndo shida.
That is why I
Some
started.
people
That's why
abuse
nilisema
it.
wacha
Some people
ikue
abuse it.
umekaa chini umeona by the way
Yeah.
hii kitu haita work
Because kuna watu
na sasa from
kuna watu
that
wanazitoa.
usome. Me, I'm not supporting those ones.
Me, I've done it like 5 times.
Wow,
Sasa
5.
hiyo ni ku-abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's abusing it.
You're
I
talking
feel
about
all
this
the
one
it
time.
will be a necessity in terms of when it is necessary.
Yeah. And
That's
why is it
necessary.
that abortion ni huku tu inaonekananga ikiwa sijui so awkward? Tukienda countries zingine.
And it,
Even-
by then,
It's because of
Why?
African traditions, which thank
So
God.
again, it's not about you.
Yes, that's
It's
why I
about me.
said. That's why we said. By the end of the day, it's your body, your choice.
Yeah.
But also, if someone came to you, that's why now we're having this conversation. If someone came to you and now they're pregnant and they didn't unplanned and all that, so how would you advise them to deal with that situation? So now hapo ndio views inakuja. But by the end of the day, hata unaweza mwambia opinion yako, toa naende by the end of the day asitoe. Ama pia mwambie si poa kutoa sijui nini. Following day.
We've seen
Now, I have a
Ujona
question,
even-
just to interrupt. You've said something about the society, because at this point we are saying no, because tumeambiwa na kila mtu nje, right? How has that affected the birth rate and, sorry to say, child, maternal deaths? Because to be honest, a lot of people have not gone through abortion and ended up dead in maternity.
The process.
You understand? So when we are also saying abortion, how do you feel like, does the society dictate too much on the far right and forgets the left?
I agree. It does. It does. Because as much as, like I am not advocating for it, I am very sure 3/4 of the people who will not also advocate for it, it's because of the society. It's not because they like sit down and be like, these are the disadvantages, this is how I'm going to feel, so I won't do it. Most of them, it's like, watu wakijua, you know. So yes, that the society contributes literally like 90%, if not 100%.
To a lot of
yes.
The big cloud of
yes,
judgment.
yes, it does 100%.
Which is honestly sad. It is. Now I have a question, because we talked about deadbeats. Do you feel like you getting an abortion or not is a reflection of the fact that you've seen how your parents have struggled? You've seen either it doesn't even have to be your parents, just someone who's been raising their kids, and you've seen vile yeye ana struggle, utaki kula watoto wako na hiyo shida, because they probably made the decision to keep, and then vitu zika
Yeah.
Iyo pia, that's a factor. I mean, I feel like abortion is giving a woman some powers za could decide this is the time I want to get a child with this person, after nimefika like a certain level for life, financially and all. So if we say no to abortion like that, tutakuwa tumefanya wasichana wengi sana wakue powerless in terms of I had to do this because sasa nilipata ball, lazima ningeza. Hapana, si lazima, you know. I mean, if you've seen sasa kama venye unasema our parents, sometimes hadi unawahurumia. Sometimes hata wewe ushaikaa hivi ukajiuliza, why did this woman
get these kids,
you know? Si hata angefikisha wawili. So why do you want to put yourself through the same? Ama why do you want to send that information out there that kuna mtu anafaa kupitia such kind of pain to raise a child?
Yeah. Unfortunately, mtoto akujangi na sahani yake tu vile ulisema. Yeah, because how are you going to tell someone who doesn't have a job?
Atakuja na sahani.
Atakuja na sahani yake. Someone who hasn't even gotten out of high school, atakuja na sahani yake.
Wanakuja tu na vijiko za kukula.
They always like this, actually. It's this because you're the one who's providing. So unapata hiyo yote, mtu unaona hadi mzazi kazi yake tu every time. It's giving, anajisahau. When you would have taken time to think about whether you want this kid or not. And kama ni
sometimes I feel like unaona hata hao wasichana wako kwa streets, maybe wangepatiwa tu the right information, maybe wapatiwe, unajua hata waweze kupata, let's start with the contraceptives, wapate, because I think even getting hizo ni shida kwao. Na sasa if they don't get those, are we telling them they cannot enjoy life, you know? They cannot have sex with their partners, because hata kwa streets bado wako na watu. Now tumepita hapo kwa contraceptives, already hawakuwa nazo. Washapata hii ball. Hana information, this way should go. Kwanza ukienda sijui hosi, sijui wapi wanakupigia nduru, hata wewe unaweza kuitia karao, una get. How then do we stop like kupata watoto wengi kwa streets?
Let us hold that thought for now, guys. Now, I do have a question for our audience back at home. Now, where do you stand when it comes to abortion? Are you 50-50? Is there a place where you say, oh, when it gets here, I'm pro-abortion. When it gets here, Or are you just, no is no and yes is yes? I want to know what you are thinking and where you stand back at home. So don't forget to ask and tell us what you think. We are going to for a short break. However, when we come back, we are going to be graced by the beautiful and intelligent Florence Jerry. She's going to be educating us more on this topic. She is a psychologist and therapist, and I feel like she would be the perfect person to have this conversation with. And I personally do have a lot of questions. Ladies, do you? And I guess we'll see you after this short break. Welcome back to Tea and Roots, and today we are graced by the beautiful Florence Njeri, who is our psychologist and therapist for today. She's going to be giving us a little bit of some tea on the topic. Like I said, this is a brewing war. Now, umeona hapa watu walikuwa wana fight. So I want her to cool us down and educate us on more. So, Florence, tell us exactly where you stand. Are you pro? Are you against abortion? What are your thoughts on abortion generally?
Thank you so much, Tasha, for having me this afternoon. And you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So this is a very heated topic, as you say, that is capturing not just the health issue, it's also capturing the psychological part, the health part, the social part. It's a wide topic. So maybe we can start by posing the question of when does life start? So according to my understanding, I think life starts at conception. So it's not about the body tissue. We are not talking about the tissues here. We are talking about a person, a human being. So when we are talking about a human being, it's not just eradicating a mistake, as I hear us saying. It's not just getting rid of a mistake. It's not just about correcting a mistake. It's about eradicating a human being. And actually, in our legal aspect, we talk of abortion is a crime. So maybe we can think of it widely. From the psychological part, maybe I can start from the psychological part. When we talk of abortion, we are talking about not just getting rid of a person. We are talking about you might eradicate the child, as we are saying, but you might not eradicate the guilt. You might not eradicate the shame. So you're actually a mother of a dead child. So when you will be talking in future about having this child as my firstborn, you will be telling to people that you are a mother of this as a firstborn, but consciously you will be knowing that I'm a mother of another dead child elsewhere. So there are so many, it's a wide thing to look into. So when we look at it from the point of, even if I get rid of the mistake, as we are calling it and as we are saying, did I really get did I eradicate the consciousness? What am I feeling? The guilt, the shame, So maybe I can start from there. Yeah.
Now, you've talked about shame and you've talked about also the guilt. Now, I've noticed that most people who are opting for abortion are going or trying to prove the patriarchy wrong. Matter of fact, they're trying to say, they're telling the religious council and people that, oh, I can do it. It is a choice and I have free will on this part. Do you still feel like that applies? Do you feel like there's a point that's trying to be proven? Is it like a movement?
Yeah, thank you so much, Tasha, for that. I'm looking at it from the society that we are living in. We are living in a society whereby we have been given the autonomy. Now that we are talking about the two age gaps, the millennials and the Gen Zs. So we have the autonomy of, like my dress, my choice, sex is my choice, and all this. But beside having the autonomy, we also have to look at it from the point of, we might not even have the models who are modeling to us about the values and the beliefs. But the question is, at a personal level, what are your values? Because I would say that choices has consequences. Before you got pregnant, definitely, I had one of us say here, that, which was very good, that you didn't, as far as you're sexually active, it didn't just come. When you're going into making a decision of being sexually active and being in it, you knew the consequences that would be there. So the question now is, beside the society, you as a person, what are your values? Yeah.
Now, you've said and you've talked about morals, and basically morals come with upbringing at the end of the day. And I believe that our audience, they're morally brought up right, right? So when it comes to someone enye amepata hii mimba, na kabisa, they've thought about it like we said, na amekata kuiweka, because anaangalia at the end of the day also with sex, unprotected sex, pregnancy is the consequence here. Now, abortion is the following of that. After that consequence, abortion is guilt. Do you feel like even though this morally upright ladies and women out there, do you feel like they should be condemned and judged for being pro-abortion? Do you feel like maybe we should actually tuambia hapana, pata mtoto?
Yeah.
How would you advise on that?
Yeah, it's a two-way thing. I would say that we are not here to castigate or maybe condemn the people, because they are exceptional cases whereby like medical issues, or maybe you're advised by the doctor for your safety, and you're maybe advised to do it. And also there are exceptional issues, as we are saying, like rape. Something happened and you have to do it. What I would say is, I would say that number one, what is causing you to make such a decision? Because there are people who are doing it because of trauma. For example, I heard you talk of a 12-year-old who may be, or maybe a parent, you've seen your parents struggle.
Yeah.
You've seen your parents struggle and you feel like, I don't want a repetition of this, what I saw my mom or my parents go through. And instead of duplicating this problem, I want to solve it. I would say that is a person who has a psychological issue. They have not healed from a trauma. They need to go seek counseling so that they can heal, because they are exceptional issues, as I'm saying. But then again, we need to heal. Because any error that we don't correct, we are duplicating it to the next generation.
Do you feel like social media and basically open conversations have led to people being pro-abortion? Like people are talking a lot about abortions and their situations and the things they've done to get out of those situations, like abortion. Do you feel like that's what's created this conversation?
Yeah, because you see, social media, whenever there is freedom, there is also confusion. So the social media has been grammarizing like it's okay, for you to adventure and all this, whereby we are not getting education on the importance of the responsibility. So I think because of that confusion, people are opting and are feeling abortion is the thing, is the way to go, without putting into consideration. There is also that point of my own responsibility. If I don't want to get to this level, apart from maybe the exceptional options, I also have to be responsible, because as I said, that every decision has consequences. Yeah, so maybe I think the social media and, the social media should limit also to create self-awareness, not to grammarize, that like sexual relationship is the climax of intimacy, but also the intellectual, the spiritual, there are so many aspects of intimacy rather than just sex. Because, so because this is what at times is leading to the consequences of abortions. Because you feel like maybe a very young person who was not ready, they want to try out of curiosity, and the way it is like, it is the thing without those measures and also education that make people to have those choices.
If it was legal, there are countries in which it's okay. Like it's okay to carry out an abortion. So in those specific countries where, unlike here where we're discussing chini ya maji, like chini ya maji. So in those countries, is there an age where maybe if a woman or a girl got pregnant by accident, she cannot have an abortion because she's too young?
I I wouldn't say yes or no. I would still stick to it depends with the person, because as much as we are saying it's right, there are people who have made personal decision, like as you're saying, for example, about alcohol. Regardless being that age, my personal values does not allow me to do it. You know, I would still say no or yes, depending with the person. Apart from still on exceptional circumstances, yes.
In a country where we always trying to empower women, why do we put this whole burden kwa the shoulders za wasichana? Like I'm wondering this whole time, where is the man? Yeye anaambiwa nini? Because the girl child here anaambiwa it's wrong. You know, you're killing.
Anaongeleshwa na kila mtu.
Yeah, like where is the boy child in all this? Like mbona yeye hatumuongeleshi? Because you talked about morals. Yenye imenichanganya sana, because we're talking about someone mwenye amepata ball na hataki kuibeba. Meaning it was wrong. So mbona kuna hizo morals? Hakuna morals wenye alipata ball, lakini sasa when it comes to getting rid of the pregnancy, sasa morals zimeingilia. But let's deal with hiyo swali ya mbona tunaacha wanaume out of this conversation.
I would say it's a responsibility for both of us, like the man and the woman. It's only that as you're saying, culturally watu wanabebesha the lady, but remember, even the person who is sponsoring, as much as you know, you can lie to people, but you can't lie to your conscience. You cannot be telling a girl to get rid of the pregnancy and act as if you are innocent. Maybe the only thing I would say is that we should amplify that it is the responsibility of everyone. Like, even if it's in the social media and the education and creating awareness, let it be a wholesome issue. Like, it's not a lady's issue alone, because it also took that man instead of castigating the ladies alone. Yeah, so that education, self-awareness, I mean creating awareness, let's create awareness to the society, so that even the ones that are already maybe have done it or are contemplating of doing it, they should know it's not only the lady who is guilty, it's both of them. Yeah.
And as a country, do you feel tutaifika a point where kama venye watu tumeanza kuintroduce sex education in schools, like sasa people are open, wanataka kuongea without shame. Do you feel like we'll ever get there as a country when it comes to abortion, where we can just have this conversation, watu wasome, you know, inform people, and then leave them to make the decision they want to make with the right information and also without judging people?
I think it's a collective responsibility, and you guys are doing it. You have started it. So kudos to you, because whatever you're doing right now, it's something that will educate millions and millions, and you have started. So if we took it collectively, I think we will get there.
In a situation where one has become pregnant, especially maybe a younger girl, and they're not sure whether they want to keep it or not, but wanaegemea more on they want to keep it. Are there existing offices, platforms, these numbers that we call haraka
hotlines?
Yes, hotlines where maybe they call to seek for, you know, guidance, for help, or even in a situation where maybe rape happened, or you know, and they don't want, like, is there a hotline where they could get some guidance to enable and walk with them through that journey?
And to add to that, let's say also people who have already aborted, is there also a way like you can help them to get over the guilt, like you said, and have at least a conscience that's making them go through their day-to-day work without having to feel like everyone else is judging them just because it's in their head and they're aware of it?
The best thing is once you get aware that whatever I did is causing me guilt and shame. There are always, like therapists, you can always seek help. You can go talk to, it's a journey. You can go seek counsel from maybe the therapist. And I also believe there are those offices whereby like they adopt those children, because as much as we are saying about the financial issue, I'm sure there are so many of us who are born when times were not convenient. You know, it's a matter of decision. So tough times don't last, but tough people do. So instead of getting rid of the child, you can always like give birth to that child, because I said you can get a mistake. One mistake cannot be corrected by performing another mistake. You know, once you are aborting, you're saying, this is a mistake I have done. Let me do another one now of committing murder to correct this mistake. So I believe it's a matter of seeking help. I'm sure there are those organizations that are willing to help. And get counsel. Like, as I said, like childhood, you know, one way to know you have a trauma is when you're saying, whatever my mother went through, you know, I don't want to go through the same. It means you have not sought help to heal. So you need to go seek help from therapists. And who knows, you can become the next campaigner. And even as we are saying, we educate the community to know, instead of getting rid of the children, there's always a way out. Yeah, so, yeah.
Speaking of this way out, in Kenya, to be precise, how does the society take the fact that you give birth to a child and then you give out the child to adoption or to, you know, an organization to take care of this child? How would you say the Kenyan society takes that?
You might not have a choice on what people will say about you, but what do you say about yourself? Because people will always say, if you abort, they will say, but what are you feeling about yourself? You know, so if you're doing the right thing, whether the society is judging you, your conscience is clear. Yeah. So
I think basically what she's saying is, abort, they still talk. Don't abort and give away the child, they will still talk. So wewe ndo utaamua kenye utafanya, by the way.
And put yourself first.
Yeah,
put yourself first.
And also remember, we are talking about life. Yeah. So I'm still insisting on values.
But why would you want to give birth? Unajua, the life now that we're talking about, for that child to just come here and suffer. Why?
Because I feel like that's also carrying trauma on to the next life.
Yeah, like when tutahili lini.
Wewe already wewe ni trauma bomb. Sasa tena umepata ingine.
Like,
so it's like a matter of choosing your struggle.
Yeah, and choosing yourself.
If you perish, you perish. That is genuinely a lovely conversation, and I love what Dr. Florence has told us, because it's shed a light on a lot of things. She's talked about morals, decisions, thinking about things critically. She's also said, amesema pia unaweza enda adoption, lakini she's also shouted, in case hujasikia, watu bado wataongea. You cannot control what the public says. I feel like this is a conversation I want to have with you guys, and we should also keep having it. Thank you so much, Dr. Florence, for coming to our show, sharing your knowledge, and gracing us with your beauty, of course.
Thank you.
And to you guys at home, keep the comments coming. We want to know what you're saying, what your opinions are, where you stand, and we're also going to be putting Dr. Florence's number on the screen. That way you get the help you need in case you also need some therapy. Like she said, she's a therapist. Tumia opportunity. Labda hata atakupatia discount, unajua? No. With that said, ladies, do you have any final words?
Of course. Abortion is a choice, but does not stop it from being a crime. Right?
Una judge Eve.
Right? Si umeniuliza niseme chenye nimemwaga roho.
Yeah, my take is I think you can avoid it. The same way nimesema. If at all hauko ready, do not have unprotected sex. Ujipange, tumia kitu yoyote, but at the end of the day, abortion is murder. Yeah, it's a crime. Maybe I'm still against it.
Martha is giving bombastic.
Again, kwa situation yoyote yenye utajipata, just get the right information and do it the right way. Na watu wasikuambie, it's about your life. Sawa? Put yourself first. Bye.
Dr. Florence, any final words?
My final word would be that in whatever you're doing, we are talking about life. And if you get the rid of life, the giver of life will also haunt you. So be careful.
Hiyo ni tafakari ya babu. Tafakari. You'd rather ask for forgiveness, by the way. Ask for forgiveness. Yeah, ask for forgiveness than permission. That's it from your host, Natasha Ngege from Tea and Truths over here at TV47. Catch you in the next one.